Today we're talking about how to make them change within days. It's not that complicated, it's quite simple, so let's get into it, guys. Hello everyone, my name is Al and welcome to my channel Simply Create with Al. I'm here making manifesting easier for you, sharing all my tips and advice so that you can use them to create the life you have always dreamed of. And if you're in need of coaching, go to my description box, all information is there. I also have a Facebook group, so if you're interested, take a look at it in my description box. But right now, let's get into today's topic. Today we're talking about how to make them change within days. And it doesn't even have to take days, it can be hours, minutes. I have done it all. I have been teaching my clients how to do that. It's not difficult, it's quite simple, but you're going to need a certain control over your thoughts and your emotions. And you have that because you have to remember you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, okay? You are the observer of them. It is also important to keep in mind that everyone in your 3D is a mirror. So they are just reflecting back to you your assumptions about them, yourself, and the relationship that you have with that person. So when we are talking about changing someone, it's not really about changing them, but changing how we are perceiving them, who we believe them to be, what we are assuming about who they are. And it's also important to keep in mind that you have a say in how they show up in your 3D, because you are the creator, you're the operant power, and everyone is just reflecting you back to yourself, okay? So you really have a say on what's going on, and to change what is in the 3D, you are going to have to work on your thoughts and your assumptions, you know, about that person and about that relationship that you have with them. Whatever we focus on grows. Maybe you have had an experience like you've noticed something annoying about someone and it keeps happening and happening and happening, and yeah, that is your creation. Your focus is on it, it is growing. Everyone does that, okay? But the good thing is it works to the positive stuff as well. And as conscious creators, what we are doing is we are focusing on what we want to experience, because that's the law. What you focus on grows, okay? So whenever you see something in someone and you decide that you want to see a different version of them, or a different reaction, or different words, or different feelings, whatever it is, you just have really to focus on that version of them that you want to experience. And I know many people want to be like, oh, I'm working on this for a week or a month and it's still the same. But you don't understand. It's like a scale. You have filled a side of it with negative ideas of who they are, okay? And then you have to work on filling the other side of the scale with the positive stuff that you want to experience. And one day it's going to tip. One day the positive is going to be your dominant belief about them. So in between, you're probably going to have to feel like hot and cold behavior, because you're going to get the good and you could be also getting the bad as well. But this is going to tip when you persist in your new assumptions about who they are, because they are just a mirror. They don't have a choice, okay? They are just reflecting back to you who you think they are, who you are affirming that they are, who you feel that they are, and how they feel about you in your 3D. To change who they are quickly, as I said in the beginning, we are going to need a certain control over our thoughts and our emotions. And we need that because even though we affirm and we visualize, you know, the time in between is very important. It's important to know what's going on within you, because what is going on within you reveals to you your most dominant state, your most dominant belief, okay? The way you are seeing them. So if there is chaos within you, then you're going to see chaos outside as well, right? But there are two scenarios that I would like to talk about. The first one is when the old story surfaces, okay, in you, when you think about what happened, when the old emotions come up and surprise you, what do you do? So basically, what I would like for you to do is whenever you notice the thought, don't entertain it. Okay, stop that moment and focus on something that grounds you in the present moment. It can be your breath, it can be a mantra, it can be something that you are seeing, listening to. Focus on something else. What helps me, for example, is just focusing on my breath. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Clearing my mind, staying present, okay, being more mindful. And when you feel like your mind is finally calm and clear, then what you can do is focus on something positive about them, something that you love about them, something that maybe made you fall in love with them, because then you are shifting your mind from something negative to something powerful, something that you love about them. And the second situation is, of course, when they act in the 3D as the version that you don't want, right? What do we do when that happens? When they act in the 3D in a way that you don't want or that triggers you, the best thing that you can do is not to react. I know you have heard this 1,000 times probably, but the reason is when we react, what is happening is you are affirming with your reaction. We affirm with everything, right? But basically you are placing yourself in that reality again as someone who gets treated a certain way, or he gets to hear a certain story, or who doesn't get to have what they want, okay? So when you are reacting to something that you don't like, basically you are saying, yes, I am the person who is treated this way. And this is a self-concept affirmation. So you are adding this to your self-concept, you are going to be seeing more and more of that. We don't want that. So what can we do not to react to what's going on in the 3D? What helps me in that situation is just telling myself that is not the version of the person that I want. Okay, even though they look like the same, right? These are two different versions. And if that version is acting that way, then let him or let her act that way, because it's not the one that I want, right? And when you kind of distance yourself from that situation, you will see that your emotion is not the same. You're not going to react to this. So you just have to keep reminding yourself, I only want that version. The other version can go. It has nothing to do with me, okay? And of course, when I say that, I don't mean let them treat you like a doormat. This is not what I mean. Okay, you can say things and you can be assertive without reacting emotionally. So you can say, you know, if you want to talk to me this way, I'm leaving, because I'm not the person who gets treated like that. So when you want to talk in a different way, when you want to just have a conversation, then we can revisit this. But right now I'm leaving. Okay, or, you know, say whatever you have to say. The thing here is not to react emotionally to the situation. So when you get calm, you start affirming to yourself about the version that you actually want to see, right? The version that is yours, the version that is about to show up in your life, the version that embodies everything that you desire, okay? That's how you do it. You are a powerful creator, so don't allow the 3D to tell you otherwise. Don't allow it to say that this is not working or that you cannot do this. No, you can. Trust the unseen. Focus on yourself, on building up that life, you know, that experience that you want to see projected in the 3D. whenever the 3D shows up something that you don't like, tell yourself, oh, it's about to change. Okay, it's about to change because I am changing. This is actually the only sign that you need. It's an internal thing. When you know you are changing, everything else has to. So just rest in the trust that this is working for you, and it will, okay? You can do this. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. We are going to talk soon. Bye, guys.